It's Monday, September 22nd, just following up on Google. I described in the first video how I bought it here at the lower blue line. It's followed through higher, and now I'm scaling out to set up a no-risk trade here at this upper blue line and seeing if it can work its way above this selling tail, the midpoint of this selling tail up towards the highs of the day if all goes well. So again, bought Google here at 254.75 to scale that to 255.50 to set up a no-risk trade. Lowers my break-even stop down about to here or so, but I won't let it get there. If this turns red and really starts falling, I'll do no worse than a small gain, and hopefully we'll continue higher. This stock, just to point out, you could have actually bought the red to green move down here on this breakout if you wanted to do it that way. I kind of saw the selling tail and just wanted to watch it a little more closely, knowing there's plenty of room to run up there. So it did break out above there, then it kind of paused, and then once I saw it kind of holding this reversal bar and heading higher, I jumped in here at this blue line. So just pointing that out, but a good trade, and whether it goes up here or not, to me, as long as you get a immediate follow through and can scale out and set up a no-risk trade, it's a winning trade. And I just thought I'd point out there, this is just one of several opportunities today. It might not be the best opportunity. I think Apple and Tesla were the strongest stocks out of the gate, so you could have easily bought the breakout on bar number one and set up all kinds of no-risk trades here. There's targets above. Same thing with Tesla. Those are the two strongest stocks. Other stocks I look at, such as Amazon, for example, that's way below the midpoint of the prior day, so I'm not really interested in that one. And there are, and I think also the SPY today, if you would have bought the breakout on bar one, that would have been an excellent trade as well. So there were a lot of ways to go, and it's not always perfect that you pick the right one, but Google seems to be doing fine. The SPY is interesting, and the overall market, in the sense that we did kind of move up and took out the high of last week, and that's all that you kind of expected given this green bar and a little bit of exhaustion risk. So let's keep an eye on that opening price right here. As long as we stay above it now for the rest of the week, we'll remain green and see if these weekly bars go green, green, green. But if we kind of reverse back through the open in some form and maybe get a 2 down daily bar here, that could be an interesting failed kind of breakout. We kind of went sideways a lot last week, closed a little strong, took out the high of the previous week, so now we have a good reference point. If we want to come back through this range down here, that's going to be getting back through the open of the week. So it's still a ways to go before that happens all the way down here, but keep that in mind as the reference point for the rest of the week. So anyway, Google, just wanted to point out, scaling out, setting up an no-risk trade. We'll see if this is just hopefully an orderly pause here and continues up a little higher, but I'm not sure if that's what's really, this one's not acting as well as some other stocks. So that's fine. So we'll see what happens, but it's at no risk right now and scaled out, break even, stop down here. So let's see what happens with Google, if it can just make one more push up towards the highs of the day.